Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So we're looking at XRP. It's sitting here at 32.5 cents. I'm not really worried about it. I'm waiting for Flare to launch on the 11th. I know it was delayed, and I was really hoping it would launch today on the 4th, but it hasn't. So I'm hoping that we start moving upward from here, running into the Flare launch. So let's take a look at today's video. This is one of the reasons why we're in an extended inflation economy, and it's possibly deep recession. Find the deep dips and buy on slowly. And that's all you could hope for at this point, is just getting those cheap prices on cryptocurrency at this point. Because we know that inflation is not going to be an issue for us once all of our cryptocurrencies take off, such as XRP. Then we see this. Unemployment hits later in recession. Unemployment peaked at 10% in October of 2009, 4 months after the official end of the recession, and 7 months after the bear market and stocks hit the bottom. Massive layoffs ahead. Enjoy. And that's the thing. Here's what we got to understand is nobody is going to see this coming, because things are going to look like they're improving when in all actuality things are going to get worse. And that's why I'm happy I'm in crypto, because at least I have something to look forward at the end of all this. So yes, because they were given predatory high interest loans that they can't afford, as unemployment starts to rise and recession gets worse, people will begin to default on their car loans. And I said it before on this channel, and I'm going to say it again. I believe that the housing market is going to start crashing. You can't go up super quick without coming back down. Nothing works like that. You're in crypto, so you know. We see a rising, your cryptocurrency's taken off, it's moving to the upside, and all of a sudden at some point it has to come back down. Well, that's how the housing market is right now. It's set a new all-time high. So what's next? It's got to come down. And the sad thing about it is a lot of people are stuck with overpriced houses, in my opinion. They bought at an all-time high. When they come back down, they're going to be like, where's my equity? Well, it got swallowed up by the housing crash. And the same with car loans. A lot of people are paying more for a car right now just to get it, because the media and everyone else makes you believe that we're in a shortage on everything. So you have to buy right now because there's a shortage. And I'm telling you, if you just be patient and wait, guess what? You could get things a lot cheaper. But you got to be patient. You can't jump into things. You can't believe the hype. And that's what happens in any type of inflationary or recession. People start to hype things up. You got to do it now. You got to do it right now before it's too late. And then you rush into things. So 2008 subprime mortgage crisis. 2022 auto loan collapse. And I see there's cars that should never be priced like they are. I mean, there's like mid 2000s cars that are now priced almost like a new car, and it's ridiculous. And then we see this. The destruction of the economy is deliberate. And that's what I believe is going on. I believe that they're forcing it to collapse, and we're seeing it. Some people are seeing it. A lot of people are blind to it. And they get caught up in the media and everything else, like where people come out and they say, well, recession's not that bad. Inflation's not that bad. We're going to get through this. When in all actuality, it ends up costing a lot of people money, and some people end up in bankruptcy due to it. So I guess it isn't just crypto. The US dollar strength has led a currency war as central banks around the world seek to tame inflation. And that's the thing. We see the new financial system being built right before our eyes. But that's only people that are in crypto. Think about if you never even heard about crypto and you're just the average person. You go to work, you come home, on the weekend, you get 2 days off, and you're like, oh, you understand, food prices are high, gas prices are high, everything is going up in value. and it's all pushed up and, over, okay, say it's overblown pricing as far as things that are day to day. So then all of a sudden you're in crypto and you realize, hey, they're building a whole new financial system. So this all has to come down first. And they're calling it a currency war because anytime you mention the word war, it sounds like we have to rush. We have to move forward. We can't let our enemies get ahead of us. And that's why they put the word war in there. Because then they can, whatever amount of money it costs, whatever they have to rush through to get it done, they could say, don't you understand? We are in the middle of a war. And it sounds terrible, but it's easy to sell it to people. Like governments could sell that to the American people very easily because it's like we have to have this now. So, US versus China, who will win the digital currency war? The US needs to embrace privacy focused crypto in order to compete with China's digital RMB. So, we know that China is probably much further ahead of us than anyone else when it comes to the digital currency war. So China should be our main competitor, not Russia, but Russia puts more urgency into it, in my opinion. And I think it's like that. And I think the war in the Ukraine was what really pushed it forward much quicker. And I think the U.S. is going to catch up, but we need to get this SEC lawsuit done and over with so we can move forward as a country. I think crypto will continue its downward trend until Q1 2023, where we will see a super spike in crypto asset investment and valuation. Why? Inflation, distrust of financial systems, post-U.S. midterms, new regulations, institutional investors. What do you think? Well, I think Q1 2023 is definitely a great timeline for this, but I think it happens in the fall of this year of 2022. And I said that a lot on this channel. I know that I said it in a lot of videos, but I just have a feeling that the fall things are going to start moving very fast too. And then we see this, it's getting started. More and more regulations of the crypto space is coming from the US and the UK. Some big tokens, exchanges, and businesses won't be able to comply with the new regulations. Binance is already in the sights of the FCA, for example, and rightly so. Honestly, I think they should have regulations on crypto exchanges. I think it needs it. I think a lot of shady stuff goes on in the background that we don't know about as investors. And new investors are usually who gets hurt in it because they buy crypto and they just leave it sit there expecting it to be safe because they feel the exchange is some kind of security blanket for their crypto. When in all actuality, they go to cash out when things start moving up and all of a sudden that coin gets suspended or delisted. Or you can't cash out, everything's frozen. And I think that's why there has to be regulations. I don't think the exchanges even hold most of the crypto that we buy. I think they either, have it somewhere in liquidity, tied up in something else, trying to make money off of it so they could cash you out when the time comes. The EU is facing nuclear war at their doorstep, mass refugee displacement, oil and gas disruptions, hyperinflation, and economic stress, and yet they can come out with a comprehensive crypto regulations today. The U.S. is falling dangerously behind. Good job, Gary Gensler and the SEC. And that's the thing. I don't think nuclear war is even an issue at all. I think we're in a different type of war. And I think it's not only currency war. I think we're in a technology war. Whoever has the best tech right now is going to win as far as it goes with the financial system that is coming. It's on our doorstep. All they have to do is start moving it along. They need to stop talking about crypto regulations and actually get the new financial system off the ground. Or maybe it is, and they're just not announcing anything on it. I don't know. But I think what has to happen is that lawsuit needs to end already. So problem reaction solution, the new quantum financial system, incoming sleeping giant, XRP, rituals complete. And that's the thing, we know XRP is going to run the whole show. So pilot using XRP to settle corporate debts and credits in Japan hits new milestone. Japanese financial giant SBI Holdings and crypto startup FX Coin Ltd are announcing a new achievement in their XRP pilot program. HODL, the ODL, the liquidity. And that's the thing. Other countries already adopted XRP. They already are going to use it. It's already set. It's going to happen. The U.S. needs to finally wrap this up. Not only for the investors, but for the entire country. Then we see this. XRP fixes this. Bitcoin. Point of failure is just a receptacle. That's how pathetic Bitcoin actually is. XRP fixes this. According to the report by Morgan Stanley, the Ethereum transition to proof of stake will not solve scaling problems. It's so crazy, XRP holders, how rich and how well our families will be taken care of in a couple of years. I'm thankful. And that's what I mean. I showed you all this, it's all crisis after crisis. But as an XRP holder, you have a lot to look forward to. You should be thankful that you invested in XRP when you did. You got in early. A lot of people are never going to even know what XRP is until it's too late. When the new financial system is up and roaring, then people are going to be like, oh, XRP, I could have invested in that, back when the SEC was suing them, but I thought it was a bad investment. Well, guess what? You missed out now. You can't touch an XRP token for under $1,000, under $10,000. That's when it will be too late. So XRP loyal holders will be millionaires in the near future. And that's what I'm saying. We see crisis after crisis. We see, gas prices rise and inflation. We know the used and new car market is going to crash at some point. We know the housing crash is inevitable. We know the stock market is most likely going to crash after it makes a new all-time high. And as XRP holders, we just sit back and we be patient, we wait. And at the end of the day, we're going to get our reward. But that's what I'm telling you all the time. Do not get fudded out of XRP. Do not sell your XRP. Hold on to it, because that's going to be your future. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.